Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to another stream, another chill writing stream. Um, I'm having a really good time. I had a weird dream last night. It was about cockroaches. They were big, fat black cockroaches, and they were everywhere. I would walk down the street, I'd go inside my house, I'd open up the bed covers, and they'd all be there. And I would have to get a match, and like that would have. This is how you would kill them. Is where you would light a matchstick and hold it very close to the cockroach, and it suddenly would just shrivel up and die. And that was weird. But I had a good sleep. It's 10 a.m. in the morning here. It's another good day for a live stream. Today I want to just do a chill writing stream. I'm going to get my novel up, and I'm gonna pretty much continue where I left off last time, which was the scene where he was in the Corvette with the red suit guy, and they were talking about their ideology. And he's gonna try give him his first mission. Um, so I'm going to bring that up, and this time it's going to be a bit of a nicer stream because I have music attached. It's copyright-free music, so but it doesn't matter. You don't need to know every single detail. I won't bore I won't bore you with it. Right, let's see. How's that? Alright, I'm just gonna test the music real quick. Alright, give me 1 second and I'm going to fix my music so I can have music in the background this time. I'll be back in a little bit. I'm just testing my audio, make sure it's okay. Well, I just tried everything that I know how to do. I just tried. Is my mic working? What's this? Hello? Well, I just tried everything. Yeah, it should be working then. Hmm. Um. You know what? I think we probably don't need music for this stream. I think we probably just do a normal stream and then I'll try get music set up next time. And that's probably better. So thank you for those who are waiting patiently. But I'm going to do a non-music stream just for this time, and just do my writing. I think that's probably, because that's the reason I set up Twitch. So I will do my writing and I will close my music amp and I will go back to doing what I love doing. Hmm. And he was creating, I think he was creating uniforms for schools and suits for workplaces. But I like this idea that he's creating like suits for all sorts of different industries. Maybe just say like en masse or something. This is my red suit, dude. I made him on the stream yesterday. He's a bit scary. I think I might delete him because he scared me. Yeah, he's gone now. I had fun drawing him. It's like kind of reminded me of who I used to watch on Twitch. I used to watch 39 Daff, and she draws images on like a computer. And that's what her whole Twitch business started off as. And I think that's really cool. Like she was able to do something that she was passionate about and share it with people. And that's exactly what I want to do on here. I want to share with you guys my writing process, and once I get some work done, I can publish it, and I would love to give it to you guys to read it, and I think that's going to be a really good thing. Unfortunately, I lost like half an hour trying to fluff about with the music I was doing, which didn't even work in the end. So that was a bit disappointing. But you know what? We don't dwell on it. We just move on and we keep on writing, and we do well. I've been writing for 20 minutes. Um, I think what I would like to do in the future is I've seen other streamers do this where they have a timer on screen and they do like 15 minutes of writing followed by 15 minutes break, 15 minutes writing, 15 minutes break. I think that dividing the time up something like that is a good idea. Um, just because I do know that like writing is a very quiet thing. It's a very like solitary act. It's a very quiet art. So to have um a breakup of time like that, I think is useful for just like keeping you guys entertained, because that's my goal. I wanna make an entertaining stream, which can be challenging with something as slow as back and forth as writing is. It's almost frustrating, but at the same time, I want to show you guys how pleasurable and how enjoyable writing can really be. words. That's my first time ever hitting 10,000 words, and yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. I've never written a story that's been 10,000 words long before. Um, so that's actually a milestone for me. So it's good. I've done that on stream today. I've got 10,000 words in a story. Now I gotta do that about 10 more times, and I think I have a short novel. No, it's good. This is the most I've ever written about anything, so I'm really happy to have gotten this far. And doing the stream has been a huge part of helping me do that. I'm just curious how much I wrote on stream. I think if I go back to my original streams, it's probably something like 6,000. So I think since I've been streaming, I've written about 4,000 extra words in a week. So I think that's the most I've ever written in a week. Is about 4,000 words. Maybe no, but I think I've had to write like assignments before for university, and they've been longer. But I think this is the first time I've ever written a single piece that's 10,000 words long. Um, this is good. Now this is my only this is my first manuscript, so of course I'm expecting it to change a lot, and I'm expecting it to grow and to shrink and to have pieces of it removed forever. But that's the process of writing. As I say, these things are alive, and you have to treat them like they're living. But now I've got 10,000 words, and it's time to go for another 10,000. Let's do it. It's okay. What I want right now is food. I want to eat food. I'm so hungry. I want to eat like pizza or chips or burgers. Soup would be nice. This, but we have, we have very little options right now. I I remember I used to live by myself in like a uni accommodation, and that was fun. I shared it with like 4 people, and we had good times in there. But one thing that I did quite often, because my sleep schedule used to be so bad, I used to sleep all night and wake up. I used to sleep all day and wake up all night, stay up all night. And the problem with that is you get hungry, and if you don't have groceries, there's not going to be any food in the fridge. But luckily, I was experimenting with Uber Eats for the first time. So I remember getting, I was just lying in bed on my phone, probably watching anime or something. I think I was watching Black Butler, Kyotsuzuji, and I was hungry, so I decided to order myself something on Uber Eats. So I got just McDonald's, and it said, okay, coming at 3 a.m. And I remember thinking 3 a.m. I remember thinking 3 a.m. and I would get chocolate. I mean, McDonald's. That was my first time ordering Uber Eats at 3 a.m. in the morning. Got a McDonald's burger and some chips. And I think I got a strawberry milkshake as well. Or maybe, unless the ice cream machine was broken. How many times do you go to McDonald's and the ice cream machine is broken? Anyway. Okay, I've reached an hour long streaming. Well, streaming, but not writing. What have I done? Have I just made my entire script bullet points? How do I fix that? There we go. Oh, what's these options do? Oh, that's cool. Okay, but that's not what I wanted. That's not what I'm here for. Um, that's half an hour of writing. Now, I think I just want to write for the rest of the stream. This is just going to be a chill music, a true writing stream. I want to get like music on it eventually. Um, I will not be streaming tomorrow, just because that's just I think I've got a pretty good schedule for my streaming, so I won't be streaming tomorrow. Just to let you guys know. But I will be online again on Friday, so you can catch me then. And if you miss a stream, you can go on my YouTube and check it out. I think when you tailor a suit, when you like get a suit, you probably pay for it before they give it to you. Yeah, maybe he paid for it before, but now he realizes. So the reason he wants a refund is because Spherical next door has started setting up the same business as him, and he realizes the client, Mr. Warmwell, the client, realizes he can get the same suit for cheaper. Alright, I think I'm gonna take a little break from writing, just a little bit, and I'll come back. But I think I'll just take a short break. Please give me a minute. I'm back, I'm back. I just got some chocolate from the fridge. Delicious, like dark chocolate. The funny thing is, I was never, I mean, look, I'm not picky about what I eat, but when it comes to chocolate, I do have a preference. I prefer like the sweeter kinds of chocolate. I prefer like white chocolate or milk chocolate. So dark chocolate I only really have if if I feel like maybe I don't know, it's kind of like if I'm in like more of an emotional kind of chocolate. Whereas white chocolate's very makes me feel good. Dark chocolate makes me feel very relaxed and peaceful, like kind of mellow. Like I imagine dark chocolate would be like living in a cabin near the woods and it's raining. You got beautiful boreal spruce trees and it's raining. And then white chocolate I kind of just imagine as like birthday parties or something, and I love birthday parties. I think for my birthday party I'll have a white a white chocolate cake or something would be nice. But we have white chocolate in the fridge right now. Oh, sorry, dark chocolate. So I have been eating. I have to eat. So I gotta eat the dark chocolate. It makes me feel very calm, kind of happy. But if you give me a choice between white chocolate, milk chocolate, or dark chocolate, I think I'll choose white chocolate just because it's got that very sweet flavor. I like that it kind of looks like milk. Like a big thing for me when it comes to desserts is usually dairy. I love dairy. I love milky, creamy, delicious, kind of frothy desserts. Like one time we went to a nice cafe and we got a meringue, lemon meringue, and that was just cream on top, and it was so fluffy, like a marshmallow, but it was also lemon flavor, and that was really, 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 really sweet. I love, I love visiting cafes and getting some really sweet food. Like I eat sweet food over savory some days, not all the time, but usually. Except one thing is that in Australia we get meat pies. So not we don't I mean we don't eat sweet pies for lunch. We eat meat pies, and I like meat pies. I prefer the meat pies over the sweet ones. You can go to a bakery, you can get like custard pies, or you can get like a steak pie. I always pretty much always get the steak pie, just because that's delicious. Steak pies are great. But I feel after my after my dark chocolate, I feel a bit better. I don't feel like eating so much anymore. I feel like I've already had a nice thing to eat, so I think I can just relax a little bit. Well, this is a chill stream. I had my cup of tea, I finished it. I finished it while I was doing the music. I'm a little bit disappointed about the music, to be honest, but I'm trying not to think about it too much. I know that next time I will have it, because I will work on it and try to get it set up, but it's okay. It's easy to get disappointed about things, but I think it takes a lot of strength to kind of say it's okay and that there's plenty of time to fix the problem. And this is only a small thing anyway, so it's not a big deal. Okay. And this part of the story is good. I'm trying to, as you can see, I'm trying to kind of give a scene to the red character. Sorry, the red suit man. I'm trying to give him like a scene so that we can kind of see how he acted in the past. And this past action would be like, it shows that he owned a suit company, but the suit company is getting bought out by entertainment company Sparkle, and this scene is basically demonstrating the moment when he realized that Sparkle was trying to screw him over and trying to ruin his business by selling cheaper and better made suits than he was able to make, because Sparkle's this huge trillionaire company and Zenro just was like red suit man's small business. But Sparkle wanted to have control of the street, and Zenro was needed to leave, so they tried to try to push them out of the business, kind of thing. And then, oh no, that's not it. They wanted to use his factory warehouse as an entertainment center, so they wanted him to close down Zenro. So to do that, they're going to try and out business him and try to like absorb his business that way. So that's what I'm trying to do. Nothing's wrong with the suit. It's a good suit, but I'm finding myself a bit short on money right now, and I can no longer afford this suit. Okay, that's good. Now I need to go down a line and say, just across the street is another suit shop. Spherical. They're selling them cheap. I think I need they opened after I ordered the suit from you. So I couldn't. Now they're here. That's not how you spell there. Now they're. How do you spell there? No, they are. They are here. Now they're here. Maybe not they're here. Maybe they now they've up a suit shop and they're selling suits. Selling suits for a price I can bounce back from, redeem. I can take, maybe. I can, for a price I can take, price I can buy. I don't know, what are you just gonna say?
Oh, I noticed that my screen does that thing. I have to, let me see if I can edit that. They call it a window shadow. There we go. Does it still bounce? It still bounces. Interesting. It bounces whenever I select it and deselect it. Okay, that's fine. I think I'll just continue writing and get to the end of this one. And then maybe I'll just take a break. Take a break. Let's think about some more ideas I want to do on here. Hey, welcome to stream. I'm just doing some writing. Um, how are you today? How's your day? If you have any questions about what I'm writing, please just ask. Feel free. And I will answer any questions about my writing or about my stream. Right now, I'm writing a chapter of my novel. I'm kind of continuing where I left off yesterday. It's good to have people on stream. Always a fan. Can I offer a discount? Red Suit Man said. Okay, this is going to be interesting because this is going to show the economy and also show like how brutal this marketplaces can really be. cocked an eyebrow. What kind of currency? I don't even think about the currency we use. It's very like tempting because this is kind of like a sci-fi novel. It's kind of tempting to use units or credits. It's like a sci-fi noir kind of style. So it's very tempting to use. I should probably call them. What should I call the currency? I'm gonna call it Leaves as a place name because there's a funny story behind Leaves. Now, when I was very young in primary school, we didn't have a lot to do. I went to primary school in Ireland, and our school was, pretty boring. It was a government-run school, so they didn't really have, the funds to make everything perfect, I guess, because it was very just kind of like cookie cutter kind of school. There were other schools across the country that were government run, and they were very much like this. But our playground was essentially just a giant patch of grass, and next to it an equally giant patch of black tarmac or bitumen, as they call it in Australia. Um, this was kind of, there wasn't a lot of things to do. Like, I guess a lot of schools where I live now in Australia, they have playgrounds, they have courts for handball and for football, for basketball. But my school, we had nothing. We didn't have any of that. Just grass and tarmac. And the teachers said, you're not allowed to run on the tarmac. You can only run on the grass. So it's pretty boring. But I decided, I always had a great imagination as a kid. Um, so I decided to start a game. And the game was basically inspired from like the groups of children would kind of play in cliques along the sides of the grass, because like along the sides of the grass there was a fence that was cutting us off from the residential area just outside. Um, and that part there used to be a lot of trees and a lot of bushes that used to grow around there. So kids would like play in the bushes and like sit underneath the trees and set up, basically play their own games. There was a group of girls who would play family, where they'd just be like a big family and they'd all live and like be like mum, dad, sisters, brothers. There were a group of guys who were playing like, I guess, like soldier base. They would like have a base underneath the trees, not too far away from the family where the girls were. And then I kind of just played by myself. Like I just kind of like had my own little spot under the tree, and I'd sit there and kind of just dig holes in the ground. Like it was fun. So I decided to make a big game where I would go up to the trees and grab the leaves off off the trees, and I'd trade them into people in exchange for them giving me land. And I pretended that these leaves had a value. I was very convincing, I guess, because the girls were like, "Yeah, okay, well, you can buy our house and we'll move." So the girls took all the leaves. I just picked them off the tree. The girls took all the leaves and I bought their house. Now, what they didn't know was that I picked these same leaves from the tree that was directly above where they always played. So now they moved house to a different patch of grass where there were bushes, and I had their previous one. And what I did with that was I was like, yes, now I rule the economy. I have all of the leaves. So I pretty much jumped up to that tree. I couldn't climb it because the trunk was behind the fence, but I reached up and grabbed all the leaves I could possibly get, all the leaves that fell off the tree, and I'd scoop them up and put them onto into a hole in the ground that I dug, and I would use this to eventually go around buying other people's pieces of land and like bribing people to join my kind of like company that I was setting up. And and eventually this game caught on, and it was known as the money game. Teachers were interested in it, other students were interested in it, and I was very proud that I started it because I just thought it was a cool idea. Eventually we had like a really big school marketplace. People were trading pencils, people were trading toy cars, action figures, Barbie dolls, in exchange for leaves, because people wanted these leaves that I controlled. I put a value on. People wanted them. So eventually it was a race to see who could get the most leaves, and everyone was going nuts for these leaves. And I remember like scoring a few good like pencil sharpeners and erasers out of it. Just I would use those for like school. Um, I didn't really get any toys. I wasn't interested. I had enough like toys at home. I didn't need any more. But everyone was talking about this game. Everyone was playing it, and it was insane. And eventually, with the economy, I got really powerful. There was another group of lads who were setting up another base away from me. I didn't know about them until they all came to me with sticks. At this point, I already had like 3 other guys with me who were helping me run this economy, and these 4 or 5 kids that were in the grade below us, they all came up and they had big sticks and they were like hitting them against the ground, and they said, "We declare war," and we were like, "Yes." So we had this huge battle. It was like 10. It was like five on my side protecting the big tree where the economy was, and 5 of them attacking from the other side of the playground. And we had this huge war, just hitting each other with sticks, throwing stones at each other. Uh, it wasn't rough, it wasn't that bad. Like it was kind of just funny. But we had this huge, like, big fight, and we won. We called it, and we came back to school. and We called it World War One. And we would have up to 11 world wars, and even the girls would get involved in a few of them. But every single time, my side just destroyed. I think it's because we were older, like a year older. There wasn't really a big advantage. But we kept running this economy. There might have been one time where we got kicked out of it. Actually, I think maybe the girls might have kicked us out because you can't. We were told you can't hit girls. So when the girls started fighting, we didn't know what to do, and we kind of just ran away. And they got the tree. Uh, and I don't know. I don't know about it to this day. I don't know if it still goes. Apparently, it does. Like I talked to friends who had siblings who go to that school, and like 3 or 4 years after I left the school, I was living over here in Australia, and apparently the game was still going. And that was pretty cool to me. So I think that's why I'm gonna use leaves as a placeholder for currency in this right now. But that was always so much fun. That made school exciting. I was excited to go into school after that. And I remember at home I tried creating products. Like a girl I used to be friends with and we tried to create our own like perfume to use that we would like sell. We filled up little like glass bottles and we oh hey Renfrost, hey, how are you doing? Writing's going well. I'm just kind of having a little break and just talking about my stories from primary school. I used to run an economy in school, kind of like called the money game, where we used to trade leaves in exchange for plots of land and for everything. But it's good to see you on stream, Renfrost. How are you today? I'm just gonna keep. We're gonna continue writing this scene before I go off today. But that money story is the reason I'm using leaves as a placeholder for currency. Sly Hedog, but you're alive. I'm glad you're alive. Keep living, because it's good. And how's your writing doing? I see that you also played some Minecraft on your stream. If you guys want to go check out Renfrost, she's an awesome streamer. She came along and raided my channel 5 seconds into my first live stream ever, and that was huge for me. I was so excited. I should have, at the time I didn't express it because I didn't know what was happening. But after that, I was watching some other streamers and I realized what happened, and I was like, whoa! I just got instantly like 4 viewers out of that. That was awesome. Renfrost, are you gonna go live soon? You have a writers group? Oh, I used to have a cool writers group too. Um, Congratulations on finishing your short story. That's great. It always feels good when you finish a project, especially if you've been working on it for like a few weeks. If you stream tonight, I'll come check it out. I might even do a raid on your channel, just to because I've got a few followers now. I don't know. Maybe when I raid, it notifies them and they can join. I think that'd be cool. But I mean, we can all have some fun. We can come and spam the chat. But that's cool. I'll come check it out when you're online later. But I think I was gonna say I tried to set up my own writers group because um I went to a cafe. I used to frequent a cafe just in the city because it was like a books a reading cafe slash with a it's kind of like a library slash with a cafe. I used to sit in there and I used to write with my notepad, just notepad and pen. I used to sit down there and write for like 5 hours straight. I did this almost every day. Um, and as soon as I did, the waiter or the barista guy, he noticed it and he came sat down with me and he's like, "What are you writing? Tell me all about it." So I told him about what I was writing and he showed me. He said to me, "Oh, I'm a writer too," and he was really cool. Uh, and and I call him. His name was Simon, I think. Yeah, I just call him Simon. I know his name. I just want to call him Simon to protect his identity. But Simon said he was a writer of fantasy. So I was like, "Oh, sweet. Well, why don't you come along and we can meet up and do some writing together? I've got another writer named Tom, and the three of us can meet up together, start like a writers group." So then we did. The three of us began a kind of a writers group, and we talked. We just shared our ideas, sat together, and we all wrote for like 5 hours straight. In this cafe or sometimes in the library. But then Simon had to go off and do some work in a different city. So he became really busy and couldn't do it anymore. And but I still meet up with Tom, and we still do our writing sometimes. Tom's published a novel. Maybe I could. Yeah, Tom's published a novel, so it's good to meet up with an actual author, which is kind of cool. But I think writing groups are good fun. Maybe we could do a Twitch writing group someday. Get like a big group of people to come together and do like a writing group. It's kind of it's kind of like suitable. Like writers and cafes kind of go well. Like there's some things that go so well together. J.K. Rowling used to go to a cafe in Scotland, I think. She used to write up there. But I think I did like university classes, and it talked about the emergence of cafes as places for writers and for like learned people to go to. I think it started in England, if I'm not mistaken. And what happened there was they had pubs, which were like communal spaces where people used to sit and relax, but pubs were kind of rowdy, a little bit darker, maybe a little bit like not as like a relaxing atmosphere, but for different reasons. People would go there and like watch and like enjoy talking about town gossip or sport or something. So then what happened was writers decided to go to cafes because cafes provided a quieter atmosphere. It had more of a kind of intelligent feel to it, like a cultural feel to it, I guess you could say. So that's kind of like the background of why writers go to cafes. And I guess it's kind of like a tradition almost, or part of our culture. There's a few there's a few cafes that are open. Look, I like to go to. Fantasy sci-fi one over on Discord. But which one sounds nice? I wonder how that would work. And I think it's the drinks too. I always have coffee while I'm writing. Yeah, I think that coffee and tea are like very good for like maybe helping you be inspired. Because coffee is great for writing because it gives you that energy, kind of makes you kind of puts you back in that flow. But at the same time, um I think that tea is also very good like at doing that, but at a different degree. They both have different good things. Drink is important when you're riding. It's also important just to stay hydrated, like even just a glass of water, especially in Australia's hot climate that we have. Um, I think for the Twitch riding group I'm thinking of like, I noticed that like, um, it's very common for Twitch people to collaborate, and I think that could be a lot of fun. But I'm curious to see how a Twitch riding group could work too. Uh, it's something I'll think about more and try to set up later maybe. But it's on my it'll be something I can try to do maybe not now maybe, but maybe give me some time to think about it and set one up. I think that'd be nice. I think a Discord's a pretty good way to go about it. But I've tried setting up Discords in the past and I'm just not a fan. I find them very chaotic. Like I don't even like using Discord that much myself, so setting one up for my own like Twitch channel, it could be good, but I just don't really like Discord that much. I find Discord a bit frustrating personally. I don't even like Harry Potter that much. Like I don't know, I think it's just because even as a kid I never read Harry Potter, never watched it. I just don't like Harry Potter. Maybe because I could never get into like fantasy reading. I don't think I've ever read a fantasy novel in my life. Have I? No. Like never. But that's just my taste. But then I don't know, Harry Potter is just something I just never found attractive to me at all. Um but if anyone's curious, I am a Ravenclaw because I have done the online Harry Potter test at some point, and I remember getting Ravenclaw. And I'm curious, what houses are my viewers in? Because I know Harry Potter's really popular. Most people know the house. So if you guys know, is any of you in Ravenclaw? Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Gryffindor? Yeah, Gryffindor. Oh, superheroes is urban fantasy. I like superheroes, but not as much as I like noir detective fiction. I find that very cool. A little bit cheesy sometimes, but there are some really good ones out there. If you ever read like John M. Cain or Otto Penzler, I love them. There was a whole book I got that was yeah. There you go. Maybe you should try the Chester Renfrost, just in case people ask you. That's funny. No, I think it was my friend who got me to do it. She was Ravenclaw too, and my girlfriend has even done it, and she said she's Gryffindor. So I guess that's the cool one to be in. I don't know. I know Harry Potter's in Gryffindor. They wear the red and the yellow scarf. Yeah, I think urban fantasy's cool. I guess like I have a. I think I just think it's kind of cool because I met a writer at a party, and he was talking about urban fantasy that he wanted to write, which was like I think it was something like there's a portal into the city, and monsters start crawling out of it and living among the people in like New York or something. but I like that urban setting for stories. Like this whole story I'm writing right now is kind of set in like a futuristic urban setting, kind of like it's kind of like Blade Runner inspired, and also a bit of what was the other one? It's a bit of Blade Runner inspired, but also kind of inspired from old detective noir. Have you guys read detective noir before? I'll just put it in chat, like detective noir. Anyone read it? Maybe can I do a poll? That'd be fun. I never tried a poll before. Let me try a poll and see if there is a detective noir love in my chat, or maybe just ask. It's fine. I'm starting to learn all of the really cool Twitch features like polls and stuff. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm gonna probably do about 15 more minutes. If you guys like what you see, please consider following. You can come back and see. I stream every day except for Thursday and Monday. So far, that's my current schedule. Try to do about 2 hours a day, and I do a little bit of reading, a bit of. I do some writing. I do a little bit of reading. Like I find books or short stories to read. Maybe even read some of my own work. And I just always finding new ways to keep my stream entertaining. So if you like what you see now, which I'd be very surprised because I don't know, I'm just trying my best to be entertaining. But if you like what you see now and you want to see more, I would consider following, because these streams are only going to get better, 100%. I'm focusing every day. I focus on improving these streams, trying to make them more interactive, more entertaining. So I'm always trying to get new ideas to make these better. So if you like it, please follow. I think it would really help out the channel. So I'm going to do about 15 more minutes of writing, and I'll keep an eye on chat, and let's just chill, have a cup of coffee, have some tea, and we'll have some white chocolate, and we'll chill. Hey, welcome to the stream, whoever just joined. It's always good to have people on board. How's your day? How are you? If you have any questions about it, please let me know. I'm just writing a little bit of my chapter of my novel, and I've got I've got a little bit of time left to do it. So this is just gonna be like a real chill stream. We'll go for about 10 more minutes of writing, and then I will chill for a little bit before going off. I won't be coming online tomorrow, because I do only stream. I stream every day of the week except for Monday and Thursday so far. Just because I wanna come online more for you guys and just entertain you guys. That's my goal. And and I really want to just come online more and just do this because I do like doing this. This is something I enjoy, and it's been going really well so far. And you know what? It can only get better. That's okay. That's okay, Ranfos. I don't have great internet here either. I understand, and I understand. You know, Australian internet. We have probably got the worst internet out there, but you know, it's still better than North Korea, so that's probably not too bad. And I appreciate you sticking around. It's really helpful. I remember when they set up in Australia, they set up NBN, and remember they were setting up the cables for like a whole year where I lived, and in by the end of it, I think it didn't really do much different. It didn't really do much difference. I don't think it was as. I think it wasn't as good as everyone expected. Like people around me were like kind of disappointed with NBN. They said it wasn't as good as we were promised or we expected. Who doesn't know what NBN is? It's basically like a high-speed broadcasting. They set up new cables around Australia because Australia is such a big country. We don't really have the infrastructure for internet connection. It's a lot of ground to cover. So like you can go to so many places in Australia and you will have no signal or no Wi-Fi. So it's definitely I got a lot of way to go. But when they set up NBN, which was supposed to make the Wi-Fi better in this country, it did, but not to a huge extent. And I think by the time NBN was done, something new shortly came out. I think 5G made it better though. My balcony today. It was pretty much black because of like bird crap and dust, but now it's all clean. And it was not as bad. It was not as bad to clean as I expected. So to have it out there, it's beautiful, shining in the sun. It's good. And this is where, hey, where did I go? The part that I had. Oh, it's gone. I can rewrite it though. It was immaculate. This is a really bad sentence. No amount of self-confidence or courage could persuade him, could convince him. Okay. Well, we've just gotten to 1 hour. Um, I think I am happy with where this is going, even though I was a little bit slower today. I think I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to continue writing it for a little bit now. A little bit, maybe like 5 minutes more. Where was I? Plus, it only 15 leaves. Yeah, but I'm happy with it. It's really good so far. I'm gonna keep on writing a little bit more. Okay, I'm just gonna skip down a little bit like this and write a new scene. You know, but I'll put filler in the part in between. I'll put filler in between here, here, and here. There will be filler, but I'm just gonna write. I want the scene where the main character, MC. I don't even have a name for the main character. MC opened the cupboard, opened the wardrobe to a collection of shining black suits. Perfect. Alright, that is good. Um, that will conclude the stream today. Thank you all for coming on board, and a shout out to Renfrost. Please go check out her channel. She is fantastic. I'm sure live stream later tonight, so please go check it out. And if you guys liked today, I'm sorry today was a little bit uh, tricky with technical difficulties. I tried to set up music earlier for those who weren't here, and it wasn't working. And so I spent about half an hour trying to fiddle around with it, and it really ate into my stream time. So I was a little bit disappointed, but I'm glad we could get to 2 hours again today. Um, as I said, I won't be online tomorrow, so you can check me. You can catch me up on YouTube. You can check out some of my other streams I've done. If you missed one, you can check it out. Um, and also my Instagram. You can find a link to my Instagram where I post my poetry. And if you liked what you saw today, and if you're curious about what I'm going to write next, if you want to know more about the tale of Red Suit Man and Gentleman Gun, please consider following, and I would really appreciate it a lot. That means a lot to me. Um, that will be the end of today's stream. Thank you so much for watching, and that this has been Page One Noir, and I will see you all on Friday morning. Peace.